A grandmother just got arrested at JFK Airport for carrying something completely legal at home. She had no criminal record, no bad intentions, just one innocent item in her purse. And what happened next could happen to anyone flying this week. In the next few minutes, you'll discover which everyday items can get you arrested at airport security. Items sitting in your bathroom right now. Items you'd never suspect could land you in federal custody. But here's what the TSA doesn't advertise. Some of these banned items seem perfectly harmless, and thousands of travelers get stopped every single day without knowing they broke the law. We analyzed TSA data from over 800 airports. We interviewed former agents, and we uncovered items that shock even experienced travelers. Stay until the end, because number 1 will make you check your luggage right now. Number 7, snow globes and liquid-filled souvenirs. Let's start with heartbreak at the gift shop. You just spent a week in Paris. You bought a beautiful snow globe from the Eiffel Tower gift shop. It's for your daughter. She collects them. You pack it carefully in your carry-on and head to security. But here's the problem nobody tells you. Snow globes contain liquid. And TSA has a strict 3.4-ounce rule for liquids in carry-on bags. That adorable souvenir? It holds way more than 3.4 ounces. The TSA agent pulls it from your bag. They tell you it's not allowed. You have 3 choices: throw it away, ship it home for $40, or miss your flight checking a bag. One traveler at Charles de Gaulle Airport told us, "I spent $50 on a snow globe for my granddaughter. Security made me throw it in the trash. I watched them toss it like garbage." But it's not just snow globes. Liquid-filled keychains, decorative bottles of sand and shells, jarred foods and sauces, maple syrup from Vermont, hot sauce from Mexico, all banned in carry-on if they exceed 3.4 ounces. And here's the twist that catches people every time. The container size matters, not how much liquid is actually inside. A 6-ounce bottle that's half empty, still banned, because TSA measures container capacity, not contents. We found a traveler who got stopped for carrying a jar of his grandmother's homemade jam. Family recipe, irreplaceable. The jar was 8 ounces. Security confiscated it. He never got it back. One former TSA agent told us, "We throw away hundreds of snow globes and food items every single day. People get emotional, they argue, but the rules don't bend." The fine? Usually just confiscation. But if you refuse to surrender the item or become belligerent, that's when law enforcement gets involved. But wait until you see what's coming next. Number 6. Self-defense items. This one ruins trips before they even start. You're a solo traveler. You want to feel safe. So you pack pepper spray in your purse or backpack. Completely legal in your home state. Completely illegal in your carry-on luggage. Pepper spray is classified as a hazardous material by the FAA. Even the small keychain versions are banned in carry-on bags. And if security finds it, you're not just losing the item, you're getting pulled aside for questioning. You're getting screened extensively. And depending on the agent and your attitude, you might be facing criminal charges. We found a woman in Texas who packed a small lipstick-shaped pepper spray device. Security found it during screening. She was detained for 2 hours, missed her flight, and received a civil penalty of $1,500. But it doesn't stop at pepper spray. Stun guns, tasers, tactical pens designed for self-defense, brass knuckles, Kubotans, all banned in carry-on luggage. And here's what catches people off guard. Even decorative or novelty self-defense items are treated the same as functional ones. That keychain shaped like brass knuckles? Banned. That pen that looks tactical? Confiscated. TSA doesn't differentiate between real and replica. One traveler told us, "I had a keychain shaped like a cat with pointed ears for self-defense. Security treated me like I was carrying a weapon. They questioned me for 30 minutes. But here's the part that shocks most people. You can pack these items in checked luggage in most cases. Pepper spray must be in a specific size and have a safety mechanism. But carry-on? Absolutely forbidden. The penalties range from confiscation to fines up to $13,000, and if you're carrying multiple prohibited items, those fines stack. One former TSA supervisor told us, "Self-defense items are the #1 thing we confiscate from otherwise law-abiding travelers. They genuinely don't know the rules." But what's coming next is even more surprising. Number 5. Batteries and power banks. This one is tricky because the rules are confusing. You pack your laptop, phone, tablet, and a power bank for your international flight. Everything seems normal. But that power bank in your carry-on? It might be illegal. Here's what most travelers don't know. Lithium-ion batteries over 100 watt-hours are restricted. And most people have no idea what watt-hours their power bank contains. Power banks must be in carry-on luggage, never checked bags. But if your power bank exceeds 100 watt-hours, you need airline approval. And most don't give it. We found a traveler who had 3 large power banks confiscated at LAX. Combined value, $400. He had no idea they exceeded the limit. But it gets more complicated. Spare lithium batteries must be in their original packaging or have terminals protected. Loose batteries rolling around in your bag, that's a violation that can get you fined. And if those batteries short-circuit and cause a fire, you're facing federal charges. One incident at Denver International involved a passenger whose loose batteries sparked in their bag during screening. The entire terminal was evacuated. The traveler faced $15,000 in fines and potential jail time. But here's what really catches people. Replacement batteries for cameras and power tools. That, spare drill battery for your construction job, banned in carry-on if it exceeds limits. Those camera batteries for your photography equipment, they need to be protected. And vape batteries, they're a massive source of confiscations and violations. E-cigarettes and vaping devices must be in carry-on luggage with batteries removed or protected, but many travelers pack them in checked bags, which is prohibited. One former TSA agent told us, "We find vapes in checked luggage constantly. People don't realize it's a serious safety violation. Those lithium batteries can ignite in the cargo hold." The penalties? Fines ranging from $500 to $13,000 depending on severity. But here's the kicker. Even if your power bank is legal, if it's not clearly labeled with watt-hours, TSA can confiscate it. One traveler lost a $200 high-capacity power bank because it had no markings. Legal capacity, but no way to prove it. And what's next will make you rethink your travel toiletries. Number 4. Aerosol. Products and sprays. This one catches travelers every single day. You pack your carry-on with travel-sized toiletries, deodorant, hairspray, dry shampoo, sunscreen spray. All seem perfectly fine. But here's the problem. Not all aerosols are created equal in TSA's eyes. Toiletries in aerosol form are allowed in carry-on if they're 3.4 ounces or less and fit in your quart-size bag. But certain aerosols are completely banned regardless of size. Spray paint, banned. Bug spray with flammable propellant, banned. Spray starch, banned in many cases. And here's where it gets confusing. TSA agents have discretion to determine if an aerosol is a toiletry or something else. We found a traveler who had travel-size spray sunscreen confiscated because the agent deemed it too flammable. The TSA's own website says it's allowed, but the agent's decision was final. One woman traveling from Miami had her $45 luxury hairspray confiscated despite being 3.2 ounces. The agent said it looked suspicious. No refund. No explanation that made sense. But here's what really gets people arrested. Pressurized containers that aren't toiletries. Compressed air dusters for cleaning electronics. Banned in carry-on and checked bags. The propellant is considered hazardous. Camping stove fuel canisters, completely illegal on aircraft, but people pack them in checked bags constantly. One incident at Seattle-Tacoma Airport involved a camper who packed fuel canisters in checked luggage. The bag was flagged during screening. Bomb squad was called. The terminal was partially evacuated. The traveler faced criminal charges and a lifetime ban from that airline. And here's something that shocks people. Even empty aerosol cans can cause problems. If a can previously held a banned substance, TSA can confiscate it. Residue is enough. One former TSA agent told us, "People argue constantly about aerosols. They show us the TSA website, but if we determine it's hazardous, it doesn't fly. Period. The fines for us." Prohibited aerosols range from confiscation to $3,000 civil penalties. But what's coming next has sent people to federal prison. Number 3. Replica weapons and toys. This one destroys family vacations instantly. You buy your son a toy gun at a theme park. It's obviously plastic. Bright orange tip. Clearly a toy. You pack it in your carry-on, thinking nothing of it. Security finds it during screening. And suddenly, you're surrounded by armed officers. Here's what most parents don't understand. TSA treats replica weapons the same as real weapons in carry-on luggage. Toy guns, water guns, Nerf guns, squirt guns, shaped like real firearms, all banned in carry-on bags. And the response can be extreme. We found a father in Orlando who packed his son's toy lightsaber in carry-on. It was collapsible and plastic. Security treated it as a potential baton weapon. He was detained and questioned. But it's not just guns and lightsabers. Toy swords from medieval gift shops, plastic knives from costume shops, foam weapons from comic conventions, even novelty bottle openers shaped like bullets. All can trigger serious responses from TSA and law enforcement. One incident at Las Vegas airport involved a cosplayer with foam prop weapons from a convention. Security detained them for 3 hours, missed their flight, and faced questions from local police. But here's where it gets truly serious. Realistic replica firearms. Airsoft guns, even in original packaging, are treated as real firearms if discovered in carry-on luggage. TSA calls law enforcement immediately. You'll be detained, your bags searched extensively, and you'll likely face criminal charges even if the replica is completely legal to own. One traveler at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson packed an unloaded airsoft pistol in their backpack. They forgot it was there after a weekend event. TSA found it. FBI was called. The traveler spent 6 hours in custody and faced federal charges for attempting to bring a weapon aboard an aircraft. The charges were eventually dropped, but they spent $15,000 on legal fees. And here's what parents need to know. Security doesn't care if your child is crying over their confiscated toy. One mother told us, "My daughter's favorite doll came with a tiny plastic sword. Security took it. My daughter sobbed for hours. They offered no exceptions." Even seemingly innocent items like metal toy handcuffs or plastic grenades from army surplus stores are banned. The penalties? Confiscation at minimum, fines up to $13,000, criminal charges in serious cases. And you'll definitely miss your flight. One TSA supervisor told us, "We find weapons, real and fake, every single day. We can't take chances. If it looks like a weapon, it's treated as a weapon." But what's next has sent more people to jail than anything else on this list. Number 2, illegal drugs and cannabis products. This one is destroying lives at airports right now. Cannabis is legal in 24 states for recreational use, medical. Marijuana is legal in 38 states, so travelers assume they can fly with it. They're wrong. Catastrophically wrong. Here's what people don't understand. Airports are federal property, and under federal law, cannabis is still a Schedule I controlled substance. That means carrying any amount of marijuana, THC products, or cannabis edibles through airport security is a federal crime, even in states where it's completely legal. We found a traveler in Denver who packed legal Colorado cannabis gummies in their carry-on. TSA found them during screening. Local police were called. The traveler was arrested, charged with federal drug possession, and now has a criminal record that affects employment and travel forever. But here's the part that shocks people. TSA's official stance is confusing. TSA's website says they don't specifically search for marijuana, but if they find it during routine screening, they're required to report it to law enforcement. And local law enforcement responses vary, wildly by location. In Los Angeles or Seattle, police might tell you to throw it away. In Dallas or Atlanta, you're getting arrested and charged. One traveler told us, "I had a legal medical marijuana card from my state. I thought I was protected." TSA found my vape cartridge. I spent the night in jail and paid $5,000 in legal fees. But it's not just THC products. CBD products are technically legal federally if they contain less than 0.3% THC. But TSA agents can't test CBD concentration. If it looks like a cannabis product, they're calling the police. And you'll have to prove it's legal CBD, which is impossible at security. We found cases of people with legal CBD oil being detained for hours while products were tested. And here's what medical marijuana patients need to know. Your state medical card means nothing at airports. Federal law supersedes state law on federal property. Your prescription doesn't matter. Your medical condition doesn't matter. One cancer patient traveling from California had medical cannabis edibles confiscated. They were arrested despite having documentation from their oncologist. But what really destroys lives? People trying to transport large quantities. We found a case where someone attempted to fly with 2 pounds of cannabis in checked luggage from Colorado to New York. DEA was waiting at baggage claim, federal trafficking charges, 10 years in prison. And international travel? That's exponentially worse. Carrying cannabis products into another country can result in decades in foreign prisons. Some countries have death penalties for drug trafficking. One American is currently serving 25 years in Dubai for having trace amounts of THC detected on their shoe from stepping on a joint weeks earlier. The penalties in the US range from confiscation and warnings to federal criminal charges, fines up to $250,000, and prison time up to 5 years for first offenses. One former TSA agent told us, "We find marijuana products constantly, every single day. People think legalization means it's okay to fly with it. It's not." But the number one item has resulted in more arrests, fines, and prison sentences than everything else combined. Before we reveal the number one item that gets people arrested at airports, you need to understand something critical. This item is so common that millions of Americans own one legally. It's constitutionally protected, and people genuinely believe they can travel with it. But attempting to bring this item through airport security has resulted in over 6,500 arrests in the past year alone, federal charges, permanent criminal records, and prison sentences. The TSA confiscates this item more than any other prohibited object, and the numbers are skyrocketing every single year. What's shocking? Most people have no idea they're breaking the law until it's too late, and the consequences are devastating and permanent. Number 1. Firearms and ammunition. This is the big one, and it's an epidemic. In 2024, TSA discovered over 6,700 firearms in carry-on bags at security checkpoints. That's more than 18 guns per day, every single day. And here's what's terrifying. 93% of them were loaded. People are walking into airports with loaded handguns in their bags, and they claim they forgot they were carrying. But here's the reality. Forgetting doesn't matter. Intent doesn't matter. Having a concealed carry permit doesn't matter. Bringing a firearm to airport security is a federal crime. Period. The minimum penalty is $3,000. But fines can reach $15,000. You'll face federal criminal charges. You'll lose your gun. And you'll likely lose your right to carry concealed. We found a businessman in Texas who had a concealed carry permit. He accidentally brought his daily carry pistol to the airport in his laptop bag. TSA found it during screening. He was arrested immediately, charged with attempting to bring a weapon aboard an aircraft. Spent $25,000 on legal fees, lost his concealed carry license permanently, and now has a federal record. His career in finance? Over. The background check flags prevented him from working in his industry. Airport security isn't a suggestion. It's federal law backed by serious penalties. 7 items on this list have resulted in arrests, fines, missed flights, and ruined lives. Items that seem innocent. Items people carry every day. Items travelers genuinely didn't know were prohibited. If this video saved you from a catastrophic airport security mistake, smash that like button right now. Subscribe for more travel tips that keep you legal, safe, and stress-free. We research the rules so you don't have to learn them the hard way. Drop a comment. Have you ever had something confiscated at airport security? What was it? Let's hear your stories. Safe travels. And check your bags before you leave home. Before you leave home.